Forget what you know. I am here to show you a completely different way to style your hair without the blowout. You may know me best from starting Dry Bar and perfecting the blowout, but I'm here with a completely different method. We dumped a bunch of water on Claire's hair, and now I'm gonna show you what we call the rough dry method at Messy. The first thing we're gonna do is take our rough dry cream, which also is actually called I Am Enough rough dry cream. So when you're using this, I want you to say, I'm enough. You're just gonna put a little bit on your hand. You don't need a ton. What's the word I'm looking for when you put product in hair?
Distribute?
Thank you. Distribute it. Evenly distribute it throughout the hair. If you have really curly hair like me, I completely brush out my hair. And I put product in before I brush it so that it gets evenly distributed. So rough drying is really just using your fingers and a blow dryer to tousle your hair. You're not using a brush. The reason that we're rough drying is to get some of the moisture out of the hair. Then we're going to set it. What an experience that was. So I'm ready to twist her hair in sections now, 1-inch sections. I used a little bit before I rough dried it, and now I'm gonna use a little bit more. I'm kind of just scrunching it into her hair, and then I'm gonna, while the product's on my hand, basically start twisting her hair in 1-inch sections. If you don't touch it and it dries in the twist, it's basically how it's gonna stay. Then once it dries, then you can basically open it up. As you can see, this process is very quick. It only takes a few minutes to do. With the rough dry cream, it'll combat frizz and your hair will look amazing when it's done. The whole reason that I've started this brand Messy, I really wanted to get out of the cycle of heat, damage, repair. So instead of that, kind of not messing it up in the first place, as we say at Messy. What's my hair mantra? Don't it up in the first place. Don't it up in the first place. When I was blow drying my hair a lot, my hair was breaking a lot, and the excessive heat damage just basically made it so my hair never grew because it was always breaking and damaged and dry. And so I wanted to embrace my natural waves, which I had spent a lifetime avoiding. What's interesting to me, this whole journey of creating this brand, is like, I'm not saying do nothing. You know, obviously there's a whole process here that I'm following, and that's been the big journey. And I wanted to kind of empower women to have another option of somewhere in between the blowout and the air dry. The product line was really needed to support this kind of look that no one's really talked about before. You know, all the products kind of come from that lens of hydration and making your hair feel really good. Claire's hair will hold my twists. Mm-hmm. So she's gonna go about her day, get her, do her makeup, have coffee, whatever she's gonna do, and then her hair is just gonna dry in the twist. But if you have really straight hair, another thing you can do is take your twists and twist them into a big twist and pin them up on top of your head and let it dry that way. You're twisting your twists on top of your head, and then you're gonna clip them up. I can't stress enough the importance of letting the hair completely dry. If you don't let it dry completely and you start touching it, you're gonna undo the twist, and that's gonna undo like the setting. If you're a curly hair girl, you know you don't touch it till it's dry. So I can't wait for you guys to see what her hair looks like when it's dry. So now is like the magic. Now is when the fun really starts. So basically, once you know that your hair is completely dry, that's when you're gonna start shaking it out. And you saw Claire's hair before, it was very straight. We're using her natural wave with the twists to create this messy look. Another product that we're really excited about is our Silk Revival Spray. It's a great product to use on second day, third day hair. So I'm gonna show you guys, you just kind of spray it in the ends, get some shine and silkiness on the ends. You can see kind of the difference that you start to see between the two sides, that it really brings out kind of the highlights in her hair. You can use it on day one. It's a great companion to dry shampoo. When you put dry shampoo on your hair, of course it absorbs the oils, but then it gets kind of dry towards your ends as it migrates down the hair. So that's why we invented the Silk Revival Spray, to kind of hydrate those dry ends and give them a little silk and shine. And all of our products have a mantra on them. This one is I am transformed, because not only are you feeling transformed on the inside, we're transforming your hair on the outside. And it also has 450-degree heat protection. So if you end up ironing your hair or doing something to it, you're protected.
It smells so good too.
Yeah, doesn't it smell great?
What's in there?
It has notes of vanilla. It's like a sensual, not overpowering.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's definitely there.
Another product we're really excited about is our overnight serum, which we put in this beautiful glass bottle because we want this beautiful bottle to be on your bedside. So I will not be broken is the mantra on this product. And it's kind of like sleeping on a silk pillowcase. Every night before you go to sleep, this should be like the last thing you do for your hair. Again, just like you put stuff on your face before you go to sleep, hydrating your hair is such an important part of keeping your hair healthy.
We get it? Okay, I'm like, do I need to keep your